And now, ladies and gentlemen, the high point in our evening of magic, an interlude of danger. You will see a cabinet behind me, just large enough to hold a single person. And here, a rack of 7 swords, each representing one of the 7 deadly sins. Who can resist them? Just one person, ladies and gentlemen. May I present the indestructible lady. Are you ready, Joyce? Yes. Thank you very much. If you please. The young lady is protected by a cloak of magic. She will survive all harm. Pierced from every angle, every inch crossed with blades. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will remove them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, untouched, unharmed, the indestructible lady. This is impossible, Lieutenant. Look at that blade. It's dull. It wouldn't even cut paper.
The swords had nothing to do with it, Marvello. Unless they had hands.
I don't understand.
She was strangled.
What?
Somebody put 10 fingers on her throat and squeezed. Take a look. All right, Richard, what are you doing here?
I've been trying to figure that out myself.
What do you mean?
Well, I got a note from the girl. Said she wanted to see me at the theater, so I came down. When I got here, the show had started. Here's the note.
Mr. Diamond, I left a ticket for you at the box office. Please meet me here after the show. It's urgent. Joyce Nugent. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, $300 came with the note.
And you have no idea why she was hiring
The first time I saw her, she stepped into that box.
7 swords. And she was strangled. Doesn't figure.
You say if you need witnesses, there's a whole audience for.
That's very funny. What do you know about it?
Nothing. I only hired the girl a couple of days ago.
How's this thing work?
Oh, here, I'll show you. It's a trap door, Lieutenant. You coming, Lieutenant?
She climbs down here before you stick in the sword, right?
Yes, and when I take them out, she climbs back in the cabinet.
Well, that's it, Lieutenant. Somebody's waiting for her down here.
Oh, you call that an answer? Fine. He strangled her and pushed her back in the box. But why? Why not leave her here?
Hello.
Hello. Looking for someone?
Yeah, well, I was, yeah, but I was looking for Mr. Chandler.
I'm Mr. Chandler.
Well, your draft board's going to be a little surprised.
The name's Sally Chandler, and I'm not booking comedians this morning.
You, Marvello's agent? Hmm?
That's right. What else do you do besides read the paper?
Oh, I ask a few questions. Is that all right?
You're a little late. The police were here this morning. Are you the mop-up man?
Sort of.
Private detective?
My name's Richard Diamond. I was hired by Joyce Nugent.
All right, Mr. Diamond. What is it you want to know?
Well, I guess I'd like to know a little bit about Miss Nugent.
Well, there's not much to tell, really. She used to be a model. Came in here looking for work. Marvella needed an assistant. I sent her over.
Is that all?
That's all. I only met her once.
How about her boyfriend?
I'm an agent, Mr. Diamond, not a house mother.
You know, this whole thing is very confusing.
That's what the police said.
And Marvello travels a lot, doesn't he?
All over the world.
Does he take his assistants with him?
Usually. He lost his last one in San Francisco. She got married.
Well, thank you, Miss Chandler.
Not at all.
Are you Sally Chandler?
That's right.
I want to talk to you.
Will you sit down and talk in a quiet
Don't you
voice?
tell me. All I want from you are some answers, and they better be plain and to the point.
You have a problem. Say, do you know him?
I haven't had the pleasure.
What do you want to talk to the lady about?
It's not your business.
Now, what would you like to talk to the lady about?
Joyce Nugent.
Why?
I want to find out why she died.
Does that concern you?
Yeah. We were going to be married.
What's your name?
Larry Manners.
What are you doing here?
I came to see her. She was the one that got Joyce that job.
Does that make me an accessory?
Yeah, the police are looking for you. Oh, why don't you turn yourself in?
I want to find out who did it.
Isn't that their problem?
Whoever did it, I'm going to find him and kill him.
Yeah, I'll use your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Police department.
You had an argument with her.
All right, so what? Can a guy argue with his girl?
So maybe you got good and mad. Maybe you went over to that theater and waited in the basement for her. Maybe when she came down that ladder, you strangled her.
That's a lie. I was in love with her.
All right, take him out of the car. We'll question him some more downtown. What do you think?
Well, she probably told him about the act. He would have known about the sword trick.
Well, we'll see what he has to say. Sorry to disrupt your office, Miss Chandler.
Glad to help.
Oh, by the way, Richard, this might interest you. Your client deposited $5,000 in a bank yesterday. Now, where would a magician's helper get that kind of money?
Out of a hat?
You want a lift?
No, I think I'll stay here a while, and then I'm going down to the theater.
Miss Chandler.
What do we do for an encore?
We have dinner tonight.
Oh?
Where do you live?
632 Clark.
I'll see you at 7.
Lieutenant Kyle.
Hello, Peter. It's me, Diamond. Look, did you find out anything from that Manners fella?
Not a thing. We just turned him loose. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Listen, Pete, I'd like you to make a check for me.
Why, Mr. Diamond.
Well, didn't you expect to see me, Sally?
Why, yes. A little early.
And I forgot to bring flowers.
I don't think I like your tone.
I don't like your friends, honey.
What do you mean?
I think somebody was waiting for me at the theater this afternoon when I got there. I only told 2 people I was going to be there, you and Lieutenant Carr.
Well, do you think that...
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you were followed.
I doubt it. Whoever hit me was waiting for me when I came in.
Well,
What happened to that black tube I had in my pocket? All right, we'll try this one. Why did Larry Manners come to see you?
I don't know.
Well, maybe I do. You see if I'm right. Now, Joyce told Larry that she'd come into some money. When she was murdered, he figured that you had something to do with it.
Mr. Diamond, believe me, I don't know anything about this.
Well, then you don't have much to worry about, do you? But if you did have something to do with it, I think you're in a lot of trouble because whoever killed Joyce is a very cautious man. Now, what's going to happen when he starts to worry about you? Goodbye. It was pretty close.
I did some thinking and followed you over here. I think I'd better tell you about it.
Tell me about what?
You don't have the tube, do you?
No, your friend took it away from me.
I'm sorry about that, but if you'd taken it to the police,
They would have done a lab check on it, and you wouldn't want that.
then you know.
Yeah, I know part of it. You want to tell me the rest?
I got a phone call after you left. He knew I'd been talking to you. He warned me.
Who warned you?
You've got to promise to give me protection. Tell Lieutenant Kyle to give me protection.
All right.
Hi-Fi answering service.
Hello, Sam. It's me.
You sound depressed, Mr. D.
Those are people I mean. Look, get a hold of Lieutenant Kyle. Tell him to get over to the Chandler Theatrical Agency. There's been a killing.
He's been trying to reach you.
Well, I'll talk to him later, Sam. I want you to do something for me. Contact the Fisher Theatrical Supply Company. See if there's been a purchase made in the last couple of days by Sally Chandler. If there's no one there, Sam, get someone there.
Anything else?
I guess not. If you want me, Sam, you can find me at the Fairmont Theater. I'll be in the main dressing room. I'll see you later.
Bye, Mr. D.
Hello. Oh, hello, Mr. Diamond. Can I do something for you?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could use this dressing room for a while. I mean, expecting a phone call.
Oh, yeah, help yourself. Anything new on the case?
Yes, Sally Chandler was murdered.
What?
Somebody shot her about a half an hour ago.
I can't believe it. Why would anyone want to do that?
I don't know. How well did you know him?
Well enough. She's been getting jobs from me for the last 5 years.
How about her friends? You know anything?
One or two of her clients, that's all.
She had a very nice apartment. Where'd she get the money?
Well, I imagine 10% buys quite a lot, Mr. Diamond.
Well, come on in, Mr. Manners.
Who is he?
Oh, he's a very busy man. Where you been the last couple of hours, huh?
I don't have to answer your questions. You're not a cop.
You want me to call?
Go ahead. They gave me a clean bill this afternoon.
Well, that was this afternoon. You've been doing a lot of traveling since then.
On stage, Marvello.
Oh, excuse me. I have to leave.
Now, stay a while, Mr. Manners. Then close the door.
You want to lose your license?
Sit down. You're in a lot more trouble than you think you are. I got a few questions I want to ask you. I think you better answer them. You knew that Joyce Nugent found something that was worth $5,000 to her, didn't you? Look, fella, you're in line for a murder rap. I think you better answer these questions. Now, you knew that Joyce found something that was worth $5,000 to her, didn't you?
Yes.
And you searched my apartment. You called Sally Chandler. She told you that I was here at the theater. You came down here and hit me and took that tube. How'm I doing?
Like you've read it before.
What were you going to do, Manners? Pick up the blackmail where Joyce left off? Hello.
I got the information, Mr. D.
Yeah, what is it, Sam?
Sally Chandler went to the supply company last night.
What'd she do there?
She bought a hairpiece.
A what, Sam?
A brunette wig.
Yeah, but look, Sam, get a hold of Pete Kyle. Tell him to get over to the Fairmont Theater right away. No, Mr. Manners, stay a while. I like your company. I'm sorry, Sam.
What happened, Mr. D?
Yeah, well, I took a little coffee break. Look, get a hold of Pete Kyle. Tell him to get over to the Fairmont Theater right away, will you?
6 rings, ladies and gentlemen. 6 circles of steel. And while you watch, they join together, solid through solid. But first, I want a committee from the audience to come on stage, if you please. Would this gentleman right here come up? Thank you very much. And how about you?
All right, Mac. Now, look, Richard, I've been running all over town for you. I think it's about time you came up with some explanations.
All right, Peter. First of all, I'd like to know what you found out from all those cities I asked you to check.
Well, every one of them reported a supply of new Oriental heroin available.
That I figured. Come on, let's go.
Now, wait a minute, Richard. I want to know what's going on.
5 minutes, son.
All right, 5 minutes.
Gentlemen, you have tested them, and you will swear that the rings are absolutely solid.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will be amazed. The rings will join together as if they were made of mist. Thank you very much. Oh, go ahead. Look them over.
Now, watch the 2 fellas with Marvella.
Why?
Well, we want one of them or both of them.
Before you go, I want to present you each with a little souvenir. A magic wand that will erase all of your troubles.
And hold it, fellas. Close the curtain.
Do what he tells you.
Don't I get a souvenir?
Hey, what is all this? Diamond, are you out of your mind?
Heroin.
Smuggled into the country by a magician who travels all over the world. Marvello and his agent. She booked him, and he brought the stuff into the country and passed it out right in front of an audience.
So Joyce found out about it and he killed her.
Well, she wanted $5,000 to keep quiet about the narcotics. He knew it wouldn't stop there, so he killed her.
What about Manners? He ever part of it?
No, he wanted to take up what Joyce left off.
You know, the thing I don't get is how he killed Joyce. He was on stage all the time.
You gonna wear those out?
Well, wasn't he on stage all the time?
Yeah, he was on stage all the time, but she wasn't. She was down here and already dead.
What?
See, Marvella found out that Joyce had called me, so he had to kill her. And that did present a problem, huh?
How?
Well, you see, Joyce had to be in the act, otherwise he wouldn't have an alibi. So he called Sally. She took Joyce's place.
You're making some pretty big guesses.
No, I found a bill for a brunette wig and some makeup in Sally's office. After it was all over, she decided she wanted out, so he had to kill her, too.
How'd you figure the switch?
Well, the girl they put in the cabinet had very nice-looking legs. I saw those legs again this morning. They belonged to Sally. Now, Peter, I've been known to forget faces, but never legs.